Okay. So here we go. Good morning, everybody. Great to be with you all. So yeah, we're live again. Okay, next class is on Thursday the 1st of June. But remember, 3:45, yeah? Not 4 p.m., 3:45, like it's been for the last 2 weeks. Good morning, Manisco. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Vitali, and good morning, Blood. And hi there, Isa. Hello to Joy. Hello to Patricia. Hi to Ronan. Hi there, Lucy. And hi there, Karthik. And to anyone else who's here. Okay, so let's get straight down to it. This is this article about learning language and sleeping, and how sleep helps us with language and learning languages or resolving language. So here we go. Here's the first question. Good, it fits as well. In the case of multilingual people, foreign words are also stored within that huge mental hoard, armoury, backlog inventory, and are chosen or suppressed in a similar way. Okay. So, in the case of multilingual people, foreign words are also stored within that huge mental hoard, armoury, backlog inventory, and are chosen or suppressed in the same way. I think I'm going to put the previous sentence as well. No, it doesn't actually help. So backlog definitely for Ronan as well. Let's see what P says. We've got 13 people here. That's quite good. Joy goes for armoury. So we've got backlog for Lucy, for Blood, for Vitali, for Ronan. We've got armoury for Joy. Let's see who else. And armoury for Patricia as well. This is quite an interesting one. Isa's thinking armoury because backlog is negative. The other question is a backlog. Can you store things in a backlog? Vitali's going for inventory. Adam's going for inventory. Shalom Renyard, lovely to have you. Okay, so we've got a very wide range of opinions. So firstly, a hoard. A hoard is a pile of things that you hide somewhere, and particularly money, so that an invading army doesn't get it. A mental armoury. I suppose an armoury could work, because your words are your what you use to defend yourself in this world. A backlog, as Isa says, is is very negative. And inventory, this is interesting. So armoury, isn't inventory a word related to economics and business? No, not just economics and business. An armoury is a list of things. Yeah, good, Vitali. Squirrels hoard stuff. Inventory is the stock of goods. Yes, it does. Armour is to strengthen. So I think, having looked at this, I think armoury and backlog are acceptable, but the right answer is inventory. Because you have an inventory of things. Your inventory is the list of things that you have or you use. It doesn't just have to be in a business. Yeah. You can have an inventory of the things that you take with you when you travel. Yeah, or it's just a list, a list of all the things. A backlog is accumulated undone work. Yeah, a backlog of pending work. So negative. Absolutely. Yeah, is this pile in the inbox? Yeah, a backlog of undone things. Yeah, when the traffic's backed up. Backlog has it. Yeah, backlog implies that you should have done it. Yeah. If you've got a backlog, it's not a good thing. Okay, yes. Okay, so people hoarded food. No, I think it works, Renyard, your idea. Let's try the next one. Okay, so this one's going to be too long. Bear with me. There it goes. Okay. Inventory is insipid compared to armor. I agree with you, Patricia. I think you're right. I think your armory is probably a more fun word, certainly. Okay, so you can imagine that you've got some sort of tag in your memories, says Gaskell. So if you've got your mental lexicon for German and English, each of the words you know will be tagged for the language, and you overcome, censor, halt, suppress half of those words and focus on the other half when you're talking. If you hoard too much armor's just right. So let's see, we've got suppress for Vitali, suppress for blood, suppress for Isa. Suppress for Ronan. Yeah, I've got a backlog of emails. That's a good example, Lucy. Yeah, I've got a backlog of essays to mark. Okay, it's a pile of things that you should have done, or you were expected to have done already, but you haven't. So you can imagine that you've got some sort of tag in your memories, says Gaskell. So if you've got your mental lexicon for German and English, each of the words you know will be tagged for the language, and you overcome, censor, halt, suppress half of those words and focus on the other half when you're talking. A breastplate emblazoned, I love it. So Renyard for suppress, Joy for suppress, and Adam for suppress as well. Very definitely, suppress is the right answer. So you overcome an enemy, you overcome a problem. A censor, this is somebody who says you can't write this, or you can't send this piece of information, or you can't show this. You halt half of these words, but where are they going? Okay, suppress for Lucy. Suppress, eliminate for Patricia as well, definitely. Okay, you suppress half of these words. That's lovely. And let's try the next one. Is that what I was doing with my dream of a hotel suite filled with people speaking English and German? Sorting through my store of languages and adding substantial, meaningful, earnest, integral tags. Overcome a hurdle, come to a halt, censor for socially unacceptable behaviour. That's good, Issa, I love it. Okay, so is that what I was doing with my dream of a hotel suite filled with people speaking English and German, sorting through my store of languages and adding substantial, meaningful, earnest, integral tags? Okay, let's look at these. So integral. Integral means whole, the whole thing. Well, I guess if you cut the tags in pieces, then integral maybe. Earnest. If somebody's earnest, they mean something very seriously. We've got meaningful for Vitali, meaningful for Blood, meaningful for Issa and Joy and Adam. Censor them like expletives deleted. Absolutely, Patricia. Yeah, meaningful for Ronan, meaningful for Renyard as well. Meaningful for Lucy. Okay, if your tag is substantial, your tag is quite big, so it would be a great big tag, would be a substantial tag. Okay, so it's clearly not whole, it's clearly not done seriously, it's clearly not big, it's something that is meaningful. Yeah, a meaningful tag that it has it gives you information about the word. Meaningful, Patricia, because substantial talks more about size. A meaningful tag. Okay, and good. It would be a nice explanation, but unfortunately the integration and consolidation happens during an step level spell episode phase known as deep sleep or slow wave sleep. Meaningful for Hamza. It's lovely to have you. Robust tags would be ones that are very difficult to break, yeah, that last a long time. In this case, meaningful, that they actually the tags that you add give more sense to the word and help you. Lovely to have you again, Hamza. So it would be a nice explanation, but unfortunately the integration and consolidation process happens during a step level spell episode phase. Your dreams are more like a jumble of German, English and Slovak. I sort of know what you mean, Lucy. Okay, so we've got a phase for Vitali, for Issa, for Ronan, for Renyard. Phase for Patricia and Adam and Blood and Hamza. Rem phase for Adam. Okay, let's see. An episode. I wouldn't call it an episode. An episode of coughing. An episode of indigestion. A step. I think that if your step would be one individual bit going up and up. Lucy goes for phase and episode during an episode known. I guess it could be episode, but phase is much better. I think as well a spell. A spell is a period of time as well. I guess spell and episode would work, but phase, it collocates much better. Yeah, a phase known as deep sleep or slow wave. Definitely a phase. Okay, and here we go. It's even got the answer in the next sentence. This phase is characterized, represented, featured, reported by slow brain waves and higher frequency spindles. I think a spindle is just a sharp bit, a sharp peak. Yeah, I think this is to do with the oscilloscope pattern. A spell of hot, wet weather. Yes. Let me take a spell at the wheel. I did a spell in the planning department. A spell is a period of time. Yeah, but I wouldn't use it for regular periods of time, but it could just about work. It's like a pattern in sleep REM, rapid eye movement. So we've got characterized by for blood, for Isa, for Vitali. A spell is a tad too short. It could be. Characterized by Adam and Renyard and Lucy and Patricia and Hamza. A short spell. Yeah, I think you're right about a spell. I think a spell is it is a longer period of time. I was thinking about a bowler and a bowling spell, but a spell normally talks about a longer period of time. We've got characterized for Lucy, for Patricia, for Hamza. Okay, so let's see. Is reported to be. Yeah, people say it is. Is featured. No. Slower brain waves and higher frequency spindles feature in this phase of sleep. Is represented by. Is represented by its lawyer, or is represented by a sign. No, is characterized. The typical things that happen in it are characterized. Yeah, these are the special characteristics that it has. Okay, here we go. And we've even got our rapid eye movement now. Whoops, sorry. Yes. Complex dreams, like my hotel dream, tend to befall, turn out, follow, happen during a different phase known as the rapid eye movement phase. Okay, this one's easy, isn't it? Yeah. So complex dreams in rapid eye movement. Okay, so let's see. The only question it would be to befall, but normally something befalls somebody. Is typified by, very definitely, Patricia. Yeah, this period of sleep is typified by high DNA. So something befalls somebody. Yeah, an accident befell the family. Yeah, so something befalls, it happens to somebody. Yeah. So we've got happen for Vitali, for blood, for Renyard, for Lucy, for Isa, for Adam, for Ronan, for Joy, for Patricia. Complex dreams tend to befall me, to befall people. I actually agree with you. That's quite good. To happen to people. Complex dreams like my hotel dream happen to befall me. Okay, I like that, me, Bloodsteel. That's quite good. Occur. To befall, it needs the person. It needs the person. Yeah? Befall someone. Befall me. No, before can be something good. Can you believe what befell him? He won the lottery. Yeah. So to happen. Something befalls someone. Yeah, I think befall can be good. I think betide is also possible in that case. Okay, but with the person again. Yeah, betide me. But betide is going to be very formal though. Tend to unfurl. Okay, here you go with the next one. Okay, some people argue that REM sleep has a role to play in this whole consolidation, union, affiliation, blend process, and that its role is to tidy things up and maybe smooth over the rough edges, as it were, Gaskell says. So some people argue that REM sleep has a role to play in this whole consolidation, union, affiliation, blend process, and that its role is to tidy things up and maybe smooth over the rough edges, as it were. Okay, so I think here you're putting everything together as one. Yeah, this process of putting it all to run. Tend to run their course. Okay, normally, Patricia, when something runs its course, it goes to the end. Yeah? Run their course during. Yes, I guess it would work, Patricia. Definitely. We've got consolidation for Vitali, for blood, for Adam. We've got consolidation for Lucy. Joy has gone for blend. Patricia's gone for consolidation. And so has Renyard. Okay. And Ronan as well. So let's look at this. This whole union process. This sounds like it's a negotiation between the bosses and the union representatives of the worker. This whole unification process might work. Yeah? Affiliation. To be affiliated. An affiliation is normally friendly relations between two groups of people or two unions even, or two countries. This whole blending process. Consolidation, very definitely. Consolidation is putting things together and joining them to make them into a much stronger unit. So very good, all of you. And let's try the next one. Referring to my dream during which I slid, skipped, drifted, slipped away from the party at one point to log on to a virtual BBC team meeting, he says. That's a really classic situation where some of your recent memories are linked in with much longer term knowledge. The union of these thoughts, good. Synthesis, amalgamation, conglomeration. Yes, Patricia, but amalgamation, synthesis definitely, amalgamation and conglomeration. The union of these thoughts. Here. Okay, so Isa says drifted away. Joy says drifted away. Vitali says drifted away. Blood says slipped away. Hi Nikhil, great to have you. Renyard says slipped away. Lucy says slipped away. Isa says slipped away. Adam for slipped away. Good to have you, Nikhil. And Patricia says slipped away. Yeah, you drift away when you sleep. If there is a public meeting, people could drift away. They could leave. But normally you drift away when you're bored, when you're not interested. And it's a few people at a time. So the meeting was boring and people drifted away. They left. They left. But they slipped away is to leave without being noticed. Yeah? They slid away, skipped away. No, neither of those. Firstly, you can drift away is to fall asleep. To slip away. Okay, so people are drifting away because it's boring. Okay, I'm explaining the four words in brackets here. Okay, so I drifted away from the party at one point. If I drifted away, I'm not coming back. Yeah. I drifted away and went to the pub for a drink. Yes. No lace or silk or babies. No. To slip away. It's definitely to slipped away. If you slip away, you leave quietly without anybody noticing you. So I slipped away from the lesson without making any noise. Yeah. Okay, no, if you slip away, nobody sees you leave, or it's you make very little noise actually doing it. So yeah, it's definitely slipped away. And let's try the next one. It fits really nicely with the story of dreams helping to consolidate memories. But is it? But it is, at the moment, pretty imaginary, illusory, impractical, hypothetical. You slip away, Ronan, because you don't want anyone to notice you. You don't want to be rude. Whereas you drift away, you just leave because you're bored. Yeah? It's the difference is in motivation. Yeah? I slipped away because I had to go to work. I drifted away because I was bored. Yeah? People drift away when they lose interest. They slowly move away. Yeah? They slipped away. They don't want anyone to notice they're leaving. And it doesn't talk about why. So, hi AK, great to have you. So let's see. Hypothetical for Vitaly, hypothetical for Blood. Oh dear P. Hypothetical for Adam. Hypothetical for Lucy and Ronan. Illusory. Okay, so if something's illusory, it's something that you imagine is true, you'd like to imagine is true. Yeah, but it's not. It's an illusion. But response came there, none. Hypothetical. Beginning to have... I missed it, absolutely. Beginning to have second thoughts. Could be slipped away. Yes. Yes, it could. Drifted away. It's talking about boring. Thank you, Vitaly. Okay, so we've got... Yeah, hypothetical for Vitaly, for Blood, for Adam, Lucy, Ronan, Patricia, and Renyard says illusory. It's pretty imaginary. If something is imaginary, imaginary is not scientific. Yeah, that's very good, Patricia. It's pretty impractical. This is not about impracticality. Illusory. Illusory is something that seems to be true, but it's not true. It's an illusion. Whereas it's hypothetical. Hypothetical is saying that they still believe it's true, but they can't prove it. If something's illusory, it's saying that you just can't get to it. So let's try just one more then. Okay, this one. You can learn words in other languages during sleep. but you do it in a very different way than when you are aroused, alert, sentient, awake. Matthew Koroma. So you can learn words in other languages during sleep, but you do it in a very different way than when you are aroused, alert, sentient, awake. So this one's definitely for Patricia. It's got a good word in it. Okay, so I think the answer to this one's quite simple. Yeah. You can learn words in other languages during sleep, but you do it in a very different way than when you are aroused, alert, sentient, awake. Exactly, it can't be hypothetical and elusive. If it's elusive, then you're losing it. So we've got awake from Vitali, from Blood, from Isa, from Lucy, from Adam, from Renyard, from Joy, from Adam, and from Hamza. Sentient. No, awake. I think sentient is talking about capable of thinking. Awake for Ronan as well. So a rock isn't sentient when you are sentient. I guess you could use sentient as a joke, Patricia, but no more. Yeah? A sentient creature, something that feels. No. When you're alert, you notice you're looking around, you're very awake. Yeah? You're aroused, you're sexually aroused. No. When you're awake, yeah? When you're not asleep. Sleeping mode to awakeness. That's the idea exactly, Joy Saab. So, enough for today. Let's see. Next stream on Thursday, 1st of June at 3:45 p.m. UK time. So, thank you all for coming. It's been lovely. Alert is vigilant. Yes, it's lovely to see you, Zhenya. Aroused is a good word. Yeah, it's a great word. But you're sexually aroused, or your anger is aroused. So, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Manisco. Thank you, Zhenya. Thank you, Isa. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Vitali, and Ronan, and Patricia, and Hamza, and Manisco, and Adam. And thank you to Joy and Renyard and Lucy and to Blood. And who else do I need to thank? And to AK and to Study with Nick Hill. And who else? And to anyone else that I've missed. Okay, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Renyard. Thank you, Joy. It's good. That's good. Time goes when you're flying fun. Thank you, DNA, as well. Yeah, you can learn words when flaccid, but you learn differently when aroused. I love it, DNA. Sulix, lovely to have you. Thank you. So, I hope to see you